He scored loads of goals. Oh no! And this sort of some things.
I suppose apologise.
What an absolute shambles!
Sorry.
What a prima donna!
It interrupted your answer
time.
because your answer was very negative.
Can I just say this, right? Did you see the game, Rob?
No.
His ex-team's just won 5-1, one of the best records I Ibrox, and he's just armoured Rangers for half hour.
Listen, Chris is quite big enough to speak for himself, but I think he wants to come
had strong music and he wants to
see how we're going to get one.
Salah. Because he's been the best player. It's unbelievable.
Give the gentleman a bit of insight.
Because I know what he's going to say, De Bruyne.
Let's go.
Because he said it at the start of the season, where Salah has surpassed De Bruyne. So just wait. Here it comes. Do you
want me to answer now?
Yep.
I'm going Salah.
You changed. 2 weeks ago, you were
2 weeks
saying De
ago.
Bruyne.
2 weeks ago, I said the vote is cast too early, in my opinion. I said it'd be interesting to see after the Champions League games who dominates those games, and I think Salah now, for me, unquestionably has to be the player of the year. But the vote's been done before those 2 games, so it'll be interesting. But I think Salah.
He's come round and agreed with me, which you always do.
Everybody does, Chris. Everybody.
You always
does.
do in the end.
Everybody does.
Oh, that's a ridiculous question, isn't it, Rob?
I thought it was alright. I thought it was alright. Good question, mate. Sorry about this clown. Hammering his questions.
Who's going to have a better
Kevin De Bruyne,
career?
because I think Kevin De Bruyne will win more in that Manchester City side.
I mean, can Salah ever replicate what he's done this season, which is highly unlikely? And I tend to agree, I don't like to, with Rob.
To be fair, it must be hard as a wide player or a person in goal-scoring position to replicate, seasons he's had. Like Chris had to replicate 8 goals a season. That was difficult for him. Let me give you a little thing here. It used to be me, and then as I made my way in my media career, I thought, right, I better add a bit of insight. So Chris is really...
We're still waiting to see this insight.
Chris is where I was 6 years ago. I had done exactly what he'd done, putting out there, just be rash and just be bold and just say nonsensical things, which just causes debate. Even though I didn't believe in half the things I said, that's where Chris is now. So I would say Chris.
I mean, anybody who believes that would believe anything. But no, I don't think... Who's the biggest wind-up?
You!
I'd say Rob.
No, it's not, it's Chris. Paul Ince has been. I thought Paul Ince was done great at Macclesfield, done well at Blackburn. Then you've got Chris, Lincoln, was it Lincoln? They've done so well
Kept
since.
Lincoln up.
Lincoln.
I took them so far down. No one. That's
I would say Paul Ince. Well, he's done it already. You've done it all that already. You failed.
Well, the problem Rob has is that Rob wouldn't get past the interview process because he can't string a sentence together, and nobody would employ him.
To be fair, I'd rather not have gone into it and failed. Like, could you imagine?
But the whole point about this is never going to get the opportunity, so that is never going to happen. So it's totally hypothetical.
Could you imagine the embarrassment of signing for Chelsea and hardly scoring a goal and then going to Lincoln as manager and failing?
Oh, John Hartson.
John Hartson. Definitely.
You didn't even have to finish your sentence.
I don't know who supports teams really, do you? I haven't got a team.
Just has favourite managers.
Yeah.
English manager. That's a good... You see, you've stuffed us there, haven't you?
None.
That's ridiculous.
None.
Eddie Howe. Not with Bournemouth, though.
Eddie Howe's going to win the Champions League.
Well, I just came up with a name, Rob. We're asking a question. You couldn't think of any English manager.
I said none.
Yeah,
no English manager will win the Champions League. Well, we're alive.
Okay, sure.
And you've
Rob's
just
opinion.
As Chris said,
I've just said Eddie Howe. I think that he has the opportunity of maybe his reputation of maybe getting a big job further down the line. Hence why he would stand a chance. So I'm giving. I'm not saying that 100% he's going to win it, but there is a chance. You've been very defeatist, Rob. You're tired.
Well, the bottom line is, because I've got nearly 2 million followers, and Chris has got about 63, if you take a percentage, percentage-wise, obviously, you know, I'm far more popular, I'm far more entertaining.
Rob got most of his followers through a dancing program.
If you're looking at
most people who follow him don't know anything about football, they know about dancing.
The likelihood would be me, because obviously, so 63,000, 2 million. So if you're looking at the, is that 10, 20, 25 times more followers, maybe a bit more. I'm asking. So I've got, and on Instagram, probably double, and Facebook. So basically looking at that, me, because obviously by my numbers on social, you know, me.
Yeah,
could you imagine having only 63,000 followers in the world we live in? How poor is that? Even his column, you know, it's like 8 pages in. You have to find his column in the paper.
Well, no, my columns are superbly well read, Rob, and I write the columns myself, which is different to what Rob has ghostwriters for his columns. Ed does most of your columns, doesn't he?
Ed.
But
Ed's our stats guy. No, because I like to do a bit of insight. So what I'll do, if I'm unsure of anything, I'll phone up Ed. Say, Ed, have you got a stat on that, please?
What shall I say this week, Ed?
Ed Sherburn, top draw.